We've worked this year with mobility, with the automotive industry, with healthcare, again with cameras. I know that some FIG financial institution groups are talking to us, insurance as well. So sometimes it's very particular to the sector. There's no actual key theme that reaches across everything, other than things like COVID, which affects everybody.
Well, and this goes to the earlier point of there's trends, there's signals, and there's drivers, right? A driver could be additive manufacturing, right? It's or a 3D printing, right? Or a self-driving automobile where the signals itself is that battery technology will be, you'll have 1,000-mile range in 10 years, right? So you need to look at the things that are driving something that's driving that change. And then is that going to impact things that are trends, right? Think about this. There's the shock to a system like COVID versus, I would say, more larger systemic trends. But when you look at something like COVID, there's also all these things have a rate of decay, right? I use an example like here in the United States, like 9/11, right? It's been 20 years, things in a certain time frame. There was a lot of change and impact systemically to that, and systems thinking was a big part of really redoing a lot of how we travel, security. But over time, those things were implemented, but those other things kind of disappeared or went into the background, right? What will COVID be thought of in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? It may influence thinking now, but you also have to keep that in mind as you look farther out. And this is where a lot of the things like that axis of uncertainty is interesting, because if you were to look at even the last year, we moved through three of those just in the past year. And that's very interesting as you're trying to kind of understand how the future can change. So by doing that, it actually gives you more power and insight as the things start to change. You actually have tried to actually get insight into that future that's quickly becoming the present.